Welcome and thank you for volunteering to support our DC Public Schools pre-K field trips. Your role as a chaperone is critical. You're not just an extra set of eyes, you're a trusted adult, helping to keep our youngest learners safe, supervised, and supported. By the end of this video, you will understand your role and responsibilities as a pre-K field trip chaperone. You will learn how to use active supervision strategies to keep pre-K students safe. You will also learn how to use developmentally appropriate practices to interact with pre-K students in a way that supports their learning. Whether it's your first time chaperoning or you've done it before, this training will help you feel confident, prepared, and ready to make the field trip a safe and positive experience for every child. Now that you know what this training will cover, let's start with your role and responsibilities as a field trip chaperone. As a chaperone, your primary responsibility is to help ensure that every child in your care stays safe, accounted for, and supported throughout the trip. You will be assigned to a small group of children to supervise. It is essential that you stay with them at all times. Serving as a field trip chaperone means being fully present and attentive, never leaving any child unsupervised even for a moment, following the lead of the classroom teacher, knowing the schedule and the rules for the day, making sure you know of any allergies or medical conditions of children in the group you are supervising, reporting any concerns to a staff member right away, and helping with transitions like loading and unloading buses, guiding children through different activities at the field trip location, and bathroom breaks. Your calm and alert presence helps the day go smoothly for everyone. Now that you understand your general responsibilities, let's take a closer look at one of the most important parts of your role: active supervision. Active supervision is the foundation of both safety and learning in pre-K at DCPS. We define active supervision as the intentional, constant attention to children's behavior, location, and needs at all times. Active supervision means staying alert, engaged, and close to the children you're responsible for. It is more than just watching. It is using specific strategies to prevent problems and respond quickly when needed. While volunteering on the field trip, you should always ensure that students are never left unsupervised, even for a moment. You should also always use sight and sound supervision at all times. Sight and sound supervision means that adults are always able to see and hear each child at all times. All adults providing support during field trips are required to follow active supervision strategies, which includes scanning and counting, positioning, and engaging and redirecting. The implementation of these strategies prevents incidents and ensures children are safe and supported throughout the trip. At DCPS, we follow 3 core strategies to actively supervise pre-K students, whether we're in the classroom, on the playground, or out on a field trip. The 3 core active supervision strategies include scanning and counting, strategic positioning, and engaging and redirecting. The first strategy in active supervision is scanning and counting. Scanning and counting means making continual visual sweeps of the environment, while frequently counting the number of children in your care. Constantly scan the area and frequently count the children in your group. Count the children when entering or leaving a bus, restroom, exhibit, or any new area. Prior to the trip, the teacher should provide you with a face-to-name checklist, which includes the pictures and names of all of the pre-K students in your group. The face-to-name checklist will allow you to visually identify the students present during the field trip. This is a method that makes sure every child is properly accounted for at all times by connecting each child's face to their name on a roster. Refer to this checklist periodically throughout the field trip to ensure that all of the students in your group are present and accounted for. The second strategy in active supervision is positioning. Positioning is the strategic placement of staff and volunteers to ensure full visual coverage of all children in the learning environment, both indoors and outdoors. As a chaperone during the field trip, you should stand or walk in a spot where you can clearly see all children in your group. Avoid distractions and move with the group. Don't stay behind or walk too far ahead. Before the trip begins, review the schedule and location. Know where the exits, bathrooms, and busy areas are. You should also know the whereabouts of the children in your group at all times. The third strategy in active supervision is engaging and redirecting. Engaging and redirecting means that teachers and chaperones are not just watching children, but they are actively observing, listening, and interacting with them in ways that prevent problems and promote learning. Talk with children, ask questions, and show interest. If a child is getting off task or engaging in an unsafe behavior, calmly guide them back and encourage them to participate in a safer activity. Young children are naturally curious. They may run, wander, or explore. Watch for signs that a child may need redirection or support and step in early. Staying engaged helps prevent most safety issues before they happen. As a field trip chaperone, you're playing a vital role in helping young children have a safe, engaging, and meaningful experience outside the classroom. One of the most important things to keep in mind is using developmentally appropriate practices when interacting with pre-K children. Let's start with understanding what developmentally appropriate means. Developmentally appropriate practices are strategies and interactions that match the age, individual needs, and learning styles of young children. In the context of field trips, this means chaperones support pre-K students by using calm, clear communication, offering choices, encouraging curiosity, and responding to behaviors with patience and understanding. When talking to young children, use simple language and get down to their eye level when speaking to them. For example, instead of saying "hurry up," try saying, "Would you like to hold my hand or walk next to me?" These types of statements give children a sense of control while still guiding their behavior. If a child begins to wonder, becomes upset, or starts to engage in unsafe behavior, use positive redirection. Instead of scolding, calmly guide them back with encouragement. Always offer support with kindness. Developmentally appropriate practices also includes encouraging exploration. Field trips are full of new sights and experiences. Encourage children to explore by asking open-ended questions such as, "What do you see over there?" or "How do you think that works?" The goal is to show interest in their discoveries. Finally, remember that every child is different. Some may be shy while others may have a lot of energy. Some may need a little extra help staying focused or staying with the group. Watch for cues and respond in ways that support each child's emotional and physical needs. By using developmentally appropriate practices, you're making sure every child has a positive, enriching, and joyful field trip experience. Let's take a moment to review the key points from this training. As a field trip chaperone, your role is essential. You help ensure our pre-K students stay safe, supported, and engaged throughout the entire experience. Here's what to remember. Stay with your assigned group of children at all times. Never leave a child unattended, even for a moment. Follow the teacher's lead and communicate any concerns or emergencies immediately. Practice active supervision using the 3 core strategies: scanning and counting, positioning, and engaging and redirecting. Supervise closely during transitions, including loading buses, bathroom breaks, and walking between activities. And use developmentally appropriate practices to interact with children positively by asking them questions, showing interest, and helping make the trip meaningful and fun. Thank you again for being part of the field trip. With your help and by using active supervision, we can ensure that every child is safe, seen, and supported every step of the way. Let's make it a great trip.